Wow. So, I know it's cold tonight. Very cold. But here I am, like 2 hours into a long run, try and take a drink from my hydration bladder just to find that it's actually frozen over. Like, I couldn't get anything through it because the end was literally just ice. That is something that has never happened before. Just had to kind of keep it in my mouth till it thawed out a bit and I can start getting some water through. So I guess next few hours are going to be interesting. The moon is so bright tonight. Yes, interesting would be one word to describe this. It's not so good not being able to eat or drink properly because it's so cold when you're trying to run like an ultra. So it hasn't been going great. Kind of doubting that I'll make this week into a video. May just join some clips into whatever comes next. It's like all frozen out there now. In case there was any proof needed that I wasn't joking about my hydration bladder being frozen, that is literally ice inside it right now. On a lot of runs, it would be nice to have an ice cold drink. Not really today. Good morning. This fine Sunday. Seem to have taken to doing things on Sundays lately. Feels like there's always something happening on Saturday. Though I guess this week it was Friday night really. Had a social run and a meal out with the running club, so I didn't, well, I say I didn't do anything Saturday. I walked 20 kilometers, but that's like almost nothing to me. I'm just leaving Bodmin right now, about to run slightly into the countryside. We'll go through Lannevet and then come up out the other side and start heading towards St. Column Major. This is a similar route to what I did a few weeks ago, only today is like half the length again on top of what I did last time. Rather than doing 70k, I'm gonna do slightly over 100. What is it they say? Don't try something in a race that you haven't tried in training. I feel like there are things you probably shouldn't try in training either. At my previous quote unquote checkpoint, I bought and ate a chicken jalfrezi wrap, and that was quite spicy. Hopefully I don't come to regret that over the next few hours. This road seems to be particularly busy today. I'm spending half of my time in the hedge. It seems like most people are turning off that way, so maybe get a bit of respite down here. Here is the bridge under the A30. I'm following this road up over the hill, then into Lannevet. I believe this is the second to last checkpoint, so to speak. I programmed the route to my Garmin watch. I basically just set like checkpoint markers at places I can go in shops if I need to get food or drink. I don't think I need to stop here today. Try and get off the camera while I go down these very narrow roads. Inevitably have to jump in the hedge. There are a few just like random places I know where there are those little like jams and preserves, like honesty boxes. I never seem to visit any of those places on a day where I can stop and have a proper look and maybe actually buy something. Almost no use running uphill once you get to the point where your running speed is barely faster than walking speed. Can conserve a bit of energy walking quickly rather than trying to run just to save like a few seconds. Looks like I'm about cresting the hill. Kinda don't want to stop, but I really want to get a shot of what's behind me. It's a very good view. So anyway, if I remember correctly, that was today's highest point in terms of elevation. Just like, I really want to just take my time and appreciate what I can see from here. Guess it's not so bad when you're doing long distance, for want of a better word, to slow down a bit every now and then, conserve that bit of energy. Sun has gone away just as I start recording, but it has been very sunny for the last like 3-4 hours, so I do need to be careful with hydration as well. Obviously, running, need to hydrate a lot more often than moving more slowly, as I am now, when I'm just walking relatively quickly. But I've got to stop coming up in less than 10 kilometers and I will refill my water again. I suppose I had better get a slight move on. Can't be walking all day. I will try to run when possible. So I did start the day running up the coast. I guess it was nice to see. I say see, it was very dark and quite windy, and with all the sea spray I could barely see anything through my glasses, but there has been some work done on the coast path since I was last out there. Going up Trevose Head, there is a gravel path pretty much all the way up. Now I actually prefer the dirt path because I find it easier to walk on. But I guess it just makes it a bit clearer where is safest to go. There are also some new steps coming up off of Constantine Beach, Bay, whatever you want to call it, which I almost completely missed because I couldn't see them. I was also crossing that beach on a rising, very high tide and almost getting cut off, which is great when it's like pitch dark. I just had my head torch. But I made it just fine, so it's okay. The tide was high enough that I couldn't go on to Harlyn Beach at all. I had to go up and around through the village. I don't think I've seen it that high before when I'm crossing. Wondering, don't know whether you could see it over the hedge, but probably through the gates. Rosanna Downs to my north, which I passed just a few weeks ago. Now you can see it. There was a huge fire there just recently. They said it was arson. Really bad for the local wildlife and ponies that live there. Fair bit of just run walk at the moment, kind of to conserve water as much as anything. It's 5k to St. Column Major Co-op. That is my next point to top up on water. I think I'm almost out, so looking forward to making it there relatively soon. Try and make a bit of progress down this road, assuming I don't have to stop and jump in the hedge. Just reaching the point of having covered 2 marathons today. First marathon up the coast was pretty tough this morning. I mean, I know the area, Newquay to Padstow, almost like the back of my hand, but I think there's still something different about doing it in the dark, having very little visibility, and your visibility degrading terribly over time as my glasses got more and more dirty with sea spray. Thankfully, I was able to pick up a tissue when I got to Padstow and kind of clean them off. Just less than 2k until I can get my water, and I am very much looking forward to it. Thinking I should probably buy 2 litres just in case. It's not too far left today, but still, especially when it's sunny, better to be safe than sorry, right? I don't know why, but whenever I see like 1.6k on my watch, I'm like 4 laps of the track. Not difficult, right? I haven't even run on a track in like 18 years or something. I guess when I see 1.6, I probably should be thinking, hey, 1 mile. Since everybody else seems to work in miles, but when I say everybody else, that's a bit of a generalization. What I really mean is like majority of the people that I run with work in miles. Fun road crossing. That was okay. And the co-op is just at the top of the hill. 11 hours. Pretty much bang on 88k. So average 8 kilometers per hour, which is not too bad, I guess, for like mixed terrain that I've been dealing with. Seems to be something going on over here. Signs say races. I don't know what kind of race. That is a horse truck. So perhaps horse racing. Oh, I think I can smell some hot food. No time to stop and check it out, really. Pretty sure the announcer just said jockeys to the paddock, so I can only assume it is horse racing. So 90 kilometers in. Shall I see if I can catch this runner up? Took me a couple of kilometers, but I actually did manage to catch up with them. Had a bit of a conversation. They started at Cornwall Services. They're also heading into Newquay. I don't know what's got into me today, other than a literal boatload of food and drink. But I actually still feel pretty good. Let's see, 9 kilometers left to go. Let's see how long it takes. Thought I might be reaching 100k at like 4 o'clock. As it stands, it's going to be not long after 3. So, not bad. Got the camera ready, pointed at the watch. If you can even see it. 100. 400 meters left. 1 lap of the track. Last weekend of free parking at Tregonwell. At least I got 100k out of it, I guess. This should probably be like the last ride for these shoes. Tread is basically gone. Alright, I've got changed. I don't really have anything else planned for this video, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching. I am just going to wander into the town, get coffee, probably find something to eat. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I'll see you in the next video.